Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Good morning, Brew Crew. How is everybody this fine Friday morning? Well, kind of fine. It's snowing here. Big surprise, right? I'm glad you guys could show up and hang out for some coffee this morning. Good morning, Sage. How are you? Janice, hello. Good morning, Miss Pinky. How is everybody this morning? Did everybody survive? Good morning, Roger. How are you? Did everybody survive the new year coming in? I hope so. Let's pop this up on the screen. There it is. Ta-da! Oh God, it's just never ending snow. Oh, jeepers. Thank God it's finally got most of it cleaned up so we could at least get out of the house and get into the yard. Of course, the day my husband goes out there and does it, and then the snowblower decides to start spewing oil all over the place. So, my father had to go out there. They had to figure out what the hell's wrong with it. Thank God they fixed it because, if it's too much snow and you don't clean up the sidewalks, the mailman won't deliver the mail. So we had to get it done, and nobody here can shovel anymore without giving ourselves, a stroke. So thank goodness we got it fixed and everything is cleaned up, for the new load of white hell to show up. So yeah, more coming as we speak. Oh, I'm glad, Roger. I'm glad you're awake. Let's see, Sage. We had that last year. This year we're having. No, you haven't had any snow yet. Oh well, I'll send some to you because I've had enough. I know the dog was happy that she could get out there and not have to jump through piles of snow just to go potty. Poor thing. Let's see. Piggy says I've been working on Shadowcat's dragon all night. Oh, but Pinky, do you see dragons in your sleep? I mean, I know you love it, but you must have go to bed and you have dragons just flashing, flashing through your mind. I know I had actually a weird dream, but I really didn't. I didn't retain what it was. It was, but I do remember it was kind of odd. No snow here. It's sunny but cold. Oh boy. Well, anybody that wants some, I'll hook you up. I've got no problem doing that. Give it all away. Put a little bit of that in there. Yes, and crows sometimes. Yeah, okay. It's funny how when you do something for so long, or it's very repetitive that you bring it to sleep with you. Mr. Prism. Hey, don't mind me asking, but is the thumbnail AI generated? That spaceship is almost the exact replica of the Imperial cruiser from the Elite. You know what? I found it online. It's a wallpaper, which I thought was pretty cool. And welcome, Mr. Prism. Yeah, it was a wallpaper that I found online. I thought, oh, that was pretty cool. I used to have one. to do the thumbnail. Sorry you didn't sleep so well, Sage. Sure, I could just shut the music off if you guys prefer that. I'll just shut it off. There. It's too loud. Good morning, Sir Wayne. How are you? I mean, it wasn't really the spaceship I was looking for, but it served its purpose. How is Mr. Wayne this morning? It's not a wallpaper. It won't paste on my walls. Oh, yeah, I know. That's what they call it. No, you don't need it. It's all right if it's, I just figured to fill in the background, when I'm not saying anything. That's okay. Not a problem. How is Cernway today? I was just asking everybody if they survived their New Year's celebrations. And anybody do anything fun? Of course, after all of the shows, everybody had a live. I hope you guys enjoyed the live that, me and the girls put on. We had a ball. Sir Wayne is fine and dandy. All right. Sounds like you're a little frisky today, too. You got a little friskiness going on. That's okay. It's Friday. We need a little something. I just been busy around here working on miniatures, trying to get some pieces and stuff all together so that when I go live, you guys can see. Because if I wait to do each piece while I'm on the live program, we'll be putting that thing together for 6 months. Elite Dangerous has loads of cool looking ships, though. I totally get that someone would get inspired by it. Yeah, there was actually, Mr. Prism. When I was going through them, I'm like, wow, look at these. And, I'm a space nerd, so I just grew up on Star Trek and all of that stuff. And so, yeah, I was looking for something that just was going to show that, we're boldly going into the new year. And God, hope we make it a good one. Sage, I made cherry pie and gingerbread cake drizzled with. Oh, Sage. I have to read that out loud now. I'm hungry now. See what you did? Sounds delicious. Roger said I watched Fantastique and then went to bed. Oh, nice. Let me see. I don't remember. Yeah, I forgot. We were all on New Year's Eve, so it was. I didn't get to see anybody's because I was in my own. But yeah, and oh my God, I didn't expect us to stay on that long. But it was fun. It was fun. I haven't stayed up that late oh God, on purpose in a long time. I'm sure everybody would have loved it if we stayed on longer, but I know that poor Carla had to go to work the next day, and then she ended up sick and didn't go to work. Me, I think that's the best night's sleep. Of course, it was vodka induced. I haven't had a good night of sleep in years, and with the bed just totally passed right out. It felt like I had 2-time New Year's Eves. I know, because just everybody was. Well, you got to enjoy ours and then yours, yeah. Mr. President, it feels like Saturday. My whole week has been screwed up, so don't feel bad. Says dark and cloudy here. It rained all day yesterday, and it's mucky mess in the desert. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Hey, Epic. Good morning. This is where I parked my car. Is your car moving around? It's got a mind of its own. Actually, they do. If we really think about it, they all have computer motherboards and stuff in them. Our cars, so yeah, they have minds of their own. Excuse me. Good morning, Pop. I all heading home, so I will join you in about 20 minutes. We'll be here. Coffee's on. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Pinky's in the future, which is so freaky. So yeah, she got to enjoy it twice. New Year's stuff all over. But yeah, everybody had fun. And I hope you guys all enjoyed watching all of it. It was getting a little saucy in that chat, but it was all good fun. That's a good idea. Let's do the time warp again. Oh, I well, so far the New Year's has been great. So yeah, hopefully we can keep this pattern. I'm hoping. Got my fingers crossed that everybody has a much better year. Piggy says she's gonna lay off the booze for a while. Well, yeah, I probably won't have it again till summer. Good morning, Steph. Lurking through the phone calls. Happy New Year, everyone. Well, Happy New Year to you, Miss Karaoke Queen. That was one thing. The next morning when I got up, because everybody goes, "Oh, you all right? You're right." I never have hangovers. I never get sick. So yeah, I was pretty loaded, but when I got up, because we were on for like 4.5 hours, and my God, I couldn't talk in the morning. The voice just didn't want to work. Oh, Sage, you didn't drink this year? Well, good for you. See, I normally don't. And I figured, you know what? It's New Year's. I'm going to celebrate. So the only thing I had laying around was the vodka and a jug of orange juice. So it was screwdrivers all up. Yeah, 7 of them. Oof. They were pretty strong too. Sending everyone a happy, prosperous new year. May we all be blessed this year. Yes, amen to that, Janice. May we all be blessed. We've all had some rough stuff last year. So new year, new beginnings, new adventures. Piggy said, I dreamt about crow and hot dog buns after your live stream. It was, oh my God. Oh my God. Were the hot dog buns trying to catch you? Make you into a crow dog? The Sage, I love screwdrivers. Oh, it's been forever since I had one. And all I had was orange mango juice and the vodka. And I go, okay, well, that's what we're going for. And after the first couple of ones, yeah, they were pretty smooth after that. And then the last one was like, because I was just pouring the vodka in. I wasn't measuring anything. It was pretty strong. But I apologize if I said anything that offended anybody. Like I told you, when the drink goes on, the filter gets dropped, and it just whoosh. Sometimes stuff comes out that probably shouldn't, not online anyway. I don't think it was too bad. I remember all of it. No, we were the sausages in the buns. Oh god. Oh god, Vicky, that's funny. Because now I got this picture in my head. That's freaking hilarious. Yeah. Somebody's got to come up with a. I don't know. Does I don't think anybody does. Has to come up with a hot dog costume, and then just show up on one of Crow's lives dressed up like that. Talk about making him laugh. I have a lot of alcoholics in the family tree, so I limit myself to one drink. And when I have one, I like it too much. Ah, yeah, I totally understand that. Um, I don't drink it. Ladies, I'm on the market. Who is US based? I need a green card. Oh, unfortunately, they're not going for that crap anymore. Epic. Oh man. They're making it hard for the ones that actually are born here. It's just getting a bit a little much. But yeah, you should do that, Pinky. That'd be funny. Um, that's what it is. Because everybody thought, oh, I'd have a major hangover and be sick, but I don't. I've never have. So when I was younger, I realized that I said, well, that's not good. If I could drink like that and not have a problem, it could turn into a problem. So that's when I stopped doing it, and I only do it on certain occasions. I don't know. My body just absorbs it and tosses it out. I don't know. No headache, no nothing. I sleep like a log. Get up and I'm ready to rock and roll the next day. Not a problem. Everybody else, Steph says epic and hello. Yeah, it's funny. I know we were razzing Joe something fierce on the show. He was a good sport. It was fun. I've saved up enough this year. I'm determined to leave South Africa. So my New Year's resolution is to leave and find a big booty Latina. Oh, we've got those here. Keep looking, you'll find one. South Africa, how amazing. Actually, I know somebody that wants to move there. Is it a good idea or no? Let me know. Because he's tired of the crap that goes on here. So he figured he was going to pack up and go to South Africa. I said, you better do your homework because you might be surprised what you find when you get there. It's funny how we all do that, though. At one point in our lives, we think, gee, maybe I should move here. And it's because you just get tired of where you are. Steph says, yeah, there's plenty here in the US. Oh, yeah, there is. We have lots of big booty Latinas here. Do you think Joe liked laying in the hotel bed listening to our crazy? Oh yeah, he ate it right up. He had a ball. He pretty much sent me a thank you message after the show because he said he couldn't go to sleep. So yeah, he had fun. It was all in good fun. Let's see. He says, no, well, not if you are white, not to be racist, but we have no future here. Okay. Okay, no, yeah, the friend of our yeah, he's a black gentleman, so yeah, maybe he wouldn't have a problem. Because he threatened to do it once Trump became president. He says, "Oh, that's it. I'm packing up." And he's a very intelligent man, very nice man, and he said he was going to pack up and move to South Africa. I says, well, I don't know. You better check it out first because I knew they were having problems. Of course, he's still here and he hasn't gone anywhere yet, which is okay because he's good friends with my husband, so I think my husband would hate to see him leave. It's a happy New Year's to Wayne from Steph. Well, Steph's been hiding out. She's been busy, so she hasn't caught everybody to say Happy New Year. Wayne, everybody. I think everybody had a pretty good time. And I'm glad I was able to do the show because here it was just snowy and nasty outside. So, and we don't normally go anywhere anyway. So I much prefer to do the live show and hang out with you all and put down a couple of drinks and have a good time. Of course, we didn't. I managed to talk Carla into it, and now I feel bad because she didn't fare too well the next morning. Excuse me, but Susan, we couldn't talk Susan into it. Oh, thanks for sharing that out, Pinky. Yeah, some new merch in there, guys. The calendar. If you guys don't have a calendar, we've got the calendar in there. Of course, not many people know that we put the calendar out, so we mention it when we can, just so if everybody wants to check it out. Yeah, buy my shit. Yeah, it all goes back to the channel. It keeps me rolling. It's exciting when somebody buys your merch. It's really, I don't know. For me, it is. I make the biggest deal out of it. My husband laughs at me. Steph was doing some serious singing on New Year's from what I hear. Karaoke queen. It's fun when anybody gets into that. Whether you're good or not, who cares? It's all about the fun. Bill Stream had some. Did he have some weird trolls? I was trying to hang out as long as I could. Then my phone crapped out, so I cleaned up because I was working on miniatures when I was watching him, and then my phone died. So, and my headphones don't reach where I've got the table set up for the miniatures, so I couldn't listen to the program. So I had to go and plug my phone in so I could. So I missed all of that within that last few minutes. That's just crazy. The thing I don't get is he's a car guy and now he's on, a break because of the weather. So he's doing music. So what the hell have the trolls got to do, with the music? What are they going to complain about? Because he doesn't do requests? I mean, he's just there, showing people how to work with music and stuff. I don't. Of course, I guess they'll troll anything. Those people just don't make any sense to me. And I miss a good thing you were there, Pinky, because I missed all of that. I know he said he was joking when I popped back in and he said, oh, there was like 50 of them. I'm like, what? I was only not even 5 minutes. Of course, I could believe that because that one time I had not kidding, like 62 trolls that just flooded my stream. I'm like, oh God. And I think Bill was the only one in there at the time that was moderating because the rest of the mods weren't home yet or something happened. They weren't there, so Bill was just hitting that button. There was some insane people just being stupid. I timed out and banned a few of them. Oh, good, good. I'm glad that you were there to handle that. I just don't. People are just weird. Oh, that's right. I forget. Yeah, Sage moderates too for Bill. Yep. My back was hurting, so I had to go lay down. Yeah, see, and that's the thing is, if I'm on the phone, it doesn't. When I moderate for some reason, it doesn't. I can't do like I can if I'm on the computer. Oh, Wiz was in there too. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was. Yep. So yeah, when I'm modding for somebody, I always make sure I'm on the computer because I can do things quicker than on the phone. The phone is a pain in the ass. I hate typing when I'm on my phone. It always comes out wrong. I'm the token weirdo in chat. The code is full. Okay, epic. Well, even on my the New Year's Eve live, I had that one troll was making cracks about me and my granny glasses. Well, yeah, they're not granny glasses. Chris, I pretty much told him where to go. So, like I'm saying, drinking, no filter. So, yeah. But they wasn't bad. Just one for that one night. That's all right. It's okay. Same. It doesn't let me chat for some reason on my phone. Yeah, you don't have the same controls. I don't know. And then my fingers, well, because my fingernails are long. So it's hard for me to push the buttons. And it's just easier to moderate from the computer. Yeah, it is way easier on the computer. Good morning, Carla. How is Carla this morning? Are you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to jump into the day? Hi, everyone. I'm at work, but I wanted to leave some love for the day. Well, we appreciate that. I hope you're feeling better, Carla. Poor Carla ended up with the wine headache. You know, that happens to my husband. If he's drinking wine and he gets drunk off of wine, he has the most horrible headache the next day. Obviously, thank God I've never had to experience that. And if I find a wine that I like, I could drink a couple of bottles myself. So I couldn't even imagine. I mean, I've seen what my husband's got. Because my husband will suffer from hangovers and stuff. I've seen what he's been through. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I don't go through that. It's really weird. I don't know why. I never have. I just don't. Because everybody go, oh, come on, not even one. I'm like, no, never. Even if I've mixed, because when I was younger, we'd start with beer, and then I'd go to wine, and then go to whiskey, and not a problem. Excuse me, Pinky, you don't like wine? Excuse me, my God. It's kitty time. Laura, did you have a headache? I didn't, as I don't touch a drop. Hick. Oh, nope, never had a headache. Never threw up. Never hangover. Nothing. So I just have to, listen to everybody else's horror stories about, the day after. Because it's the day after, like I said, New Year's Day, I woke up, I was fine. I haven't felt it good in a long time. And I slept like the dead. It was awesome. It's been forever since I slept that good. I thought to myself, well, gee, maybe, but I don't want to get into the habit of drinking booze so I can go to sleep. So yeah, that's not a bonus. That's expensive. I was just sleepy the day after. I was sleepy too because I was up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's a long time to be awake. So, like I said, I was ready to rock and roll the next day, but that afternoon, yeah, I had to have a nap. Ran out of steam after a while, but not sick at all. I don't know, just gotta be one of those lucky people that don't the alcohol doesn't affect me that way. I mean, I could get pretty damn shit faced and still the bummer part was when I shut the show down because I had to go let the dog the dog had to go out, poor thing. Because my husband went to bed and forgot to let the dog out. So the whole time when the show was coming towards me, the dog was just whining at the door. That was an issue, me getting down the stairs. I had like the death grip on the railing. I'm thinking, yeah, this is the last thing I need is to do a header down the steps, in a drunk stupor. So I made it though. I made it because the vodka really didn't hit until I stood up. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go down the stairs. Let's see. Oh wait, lucky you. Yeah, I don't and I don't know how to explain it either. I just don't. Maybe there's a medical thing. I don't know. Good morning, Pop. There he is. Pop made it home. I mean, I've heard horror stories about people getting loaded and just so sick. And I'm not complaining because I'm glad I don't have to go through that. I don't ever want to have to experience that. But there's just something about it. I could drink whatever, how much I want, and it's just I get drunk as a skunk, but never sick the next day. Maybe there's something that I do different that other people don't. I don't know. I always make sure that I eat first. Maybe that's the trick. I don't know. I never drink on an empty stomach. So maybe that's the trick. I've been thoroughly loved up and covered in kitty hair. Well, the kitty mission is accomplished. Got the loving on and left behind the residue. I get that from both the dog and the cat. It says I always have alcohol with food too. Yeah, so maybe that's I don't know. Maybe that's the trick. Because we had dinner, and then I was getting stuff together for the show, and I started drinking before the show started. Just to kind of like slide myself into it, and so maybe that's the trick. I don't know. Maybe I have to do some research on it and look it up. I never really thought about it. It's just normal for me. But not having that issue and to be able to drink that way, I just knew that thank God I had the smarts when I was younger. I said, no, this isn't good. Drinking a case of beer and then you'd switch to wine. You have a couple bottles of wine and then you have 3 or 4 mixed drinks. And yeah, that's a lot of booze. Pop says, always best to drink on a full stomach so you don't dry hurl. Oh, okay. That doesn't sound pleasant. I remember one year it was a New Year's. I remember my husband, we were out. This is when we were dating. We were out partying with friends, and we were pretty lit by the time we got back to my house, where my parents were having a gathering with their friends, and so my parents we were drinking beer, and then when we got to my parents' house, they had wine. So then my husband started drinking wine on top of the beer. Well, oh yeah, it was just hit him like a lead balloon. He was just, as my father was saying, he was praying to the porcelain god. I had to call and have his dad come pick him up. He was sick. Oh my god, hugging that toilet, and whatever was in there was coming back. That's what I thought to myself. Oh my god, that's bad news. And my father didn't live that down for years. My father broke his balls about, praying to the porcelain god. I'm sure everybody will. Steph went to a few. Steph had a good time, according to what she said. I know a lot of people did. Good morning, V team. How are you? Good morning, and everyone at chant condolences and prayers for those who lost loved ones and those who are injured. And the skiers are at fire in Switzerland. Oh, I didn't even hear about that. Oh my goodness. When did that take place? V team, was that last night? Yesterday? What? Wow. I know we had a huge fire here in one of our neighboring towns. Huge barn, fully engulfed. Oh my goodness, what a fire. But no, I didn't hear about the fire in Switzerland. Well, Happy New Year to you, Lionheart. How are you? Glad you could come in and join us. Yeah, wow. I'm gonna have to look into that. What a shame. Who lost loved ones and who were injured. So yeah, wow. I wonder what the hell happened that it was such a big fire. I've noticed we've been having a lot more earthquakes and stuff going on. But it's been a while, and you know how that is. When it's been a while, then they start springing up here and there. Well, it's just like that incident that was in Australia there, the shootings on that beach. I didn't hear about that until way after the fact. I'm thinking, what am I missing? I don't know how I ended up missing that, but then yeah. I think Karen, I think it was on the Karen show because she's in Australia. I think that's how I found out about it because she was talking about that. These radicals, they always just, I get it. They have their beliefs in this and that, but why they always got to go after just innocent people minding their own damn business? Just like anything else. Oh, anywhere where you hear about, school shootings and this, that, if you've got issues, take yourself out. Problem solved. Why do you got to go out and suck the innocent into your shit? It's just really, really gets under my skin. I don't understand it. It was 1:30 a.m. New Year's Day. 40 or more people died and over 1,000 people injured. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's just awful. Yeah, I have to look that up. Isn't that a shame? Pop says, yeah, because innocent people don't fight back. Yep, you're right. You're right. Oh, that is the true evil, Pinky. People. They say there's no such thing as monsters. Yeah, that's people. Those are the monsters. It was like recently. I think I talked about it about a while back. Recently, I've been just re-watching like the 9/11 documentaries. There's a lot of things that I'd missed that I picked up rewatching these documentaries, and just that was evil. And even to this day, it's just oh God, so heartbreaking, and that actually happened, and it's not stuff like that. We'll never forget stuff like that, and it shouldn't be forgotten. Again, all those innocent people. Yes, humans can be so vile. Oh yeah, they're the true monsters. Because they have that saying, people that act like animals. Animals don't even do that stuff. That's why I always refer to it as monsters. That's the true monsters in the world. Oh, how the moon just came out from the clouds. Beautiful. It'll be getting daylight soon. The sage is waiting on her sunrise. I personally am not sure if people are evil, but we are all capable of doing evil things. Yeah, that's true too, but there's just some pomp that that's just what they are. Just evil. Nasty, rotten all the time. You know what I mean? I'm not saying somebody that just has a freak out and has that one bad moment, but some people are just pure evil. It's a sickness or something. We give animals bad. Yeah, well, because that annoys my husband too. What's the act like an animal? And animals don't even do this stuff to themselves. Gordo, good morning. Humans can do some really rotten crap to each other. That's why I don't think, we haven't, well, we've come a long ways, through the decades, but, this day and age, you'd think we'd be a little bit better to each other. And we're not. Because a lot of people still hold on to old prejudices, and it's just sad. That's why I always make the joke when people talk about UFOs and stuff, and you see a sighting, but they never stay. I said, it's because they're looking down at us going, yeah, too stupid yet. So they keep going. We're just, we're very stupid. I'm so thankful and blessed to have found your channel, Laura. It is a positive and inspiring way to start my day. Well, I thank you very much. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Well, that's what the morning brew is about. Just general talk, trying to make a positive way to start the day, or vent about shit we want to vent about. It's certainly a cruel world we live in, and at times, yeah, it is. And I get it. Nature is cruel. I mean, that's just a fact of life. But where we could make it better, we have the intelligence and the capability to make things better. I don't know. I beg to differ there, Laura. Look at the chimpanzees. Excuse me. As far as intelligence, Gordo, I don't know. A slice of pink birthday cake with purple icing and candles. So he sent. Thank you, Pomp. Thank you so much. And we get a A little yeehaw for Sir Pomp. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Miney chimps are our closest relatives, so it is no surprise there. Lionheart. Animals hunt for survival. Exactly. They don't know right from wrong. Human beings know right from wrong. No excuses. Exactly. That's nature. They hunt for survival, for food. So we get that, because it's crazy when I'll be watching like a nature program and you're seeing a lion chasing after the zebra or whatever. And I'm like, oh God, run. And I get angry because it's going on, but that's nature. So I do get it, but you hate it when you see them having to take something out. That's why it's always been a rule in our family, and definitely in my book. If you're a hunter and if you're out there and you get a kill, you better be eating that, because I believe you do not have the right to go out there and just shoot something for a trophy to hang on your wall. So that's how I always say that. You're going hunting. Do you plan on eating that animal? If you're not, don't do it, because you don't have a right to do it. Let's see. In no regards to animals not being evil. Gotcha. No, yeah, animals are cruel. They can be. They usually take out the weakest. And that's, of course, another law of nature. The old saying, only the strong survive. Justin is more closer to chimpanzees than I. Oh my God, orangutans are amazing creatures. You look at them and there is someone looking back at you. Yes, I know. Isn't it so creepy and wild at the same time? It's just, you see the gentleness in them. It's just amazing. First that I've heard of that, what Pomp, that Justin looks more like a chimpanzee than the rest of us. And I find it annoying when people say that animals don't show love. Yes, they do. You get it from your own pets. I mean, and it's out in nature as well. As you see how they care and love for their young, and there's love there. Oh, is he talking about that animals just kill for the hell of it? Well, it's yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Chimpanzees are they could be nasty little creatures. And see, that's another thing that gets me. I don't, where people get wild animals like that and they make them pets. No, 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 no. And then they start screaming when they attack you in your own house. Yeah, because they're not meant to be there. Oh, Sage, I saw a red fox that adopted a kitten once. Yeah, they say that they'll do that. Hi, recovery not going well. Chimpanzees do not strictly kill for fun in a human sense of leisure, but they exhibit extreme violence for dominance territory. Yeah, they could be nasty little critters. Spider monkeys are super cute. Yes, they are. I mean, they are cute, but I don't. It's just me. I don't think wild animals should be made into pets. I mean, I had a fit when my sister had a chinchilla, even though he was the cutest little thing. Oh my God, he was so cute. His name was Chester, but I called him Earmuffs because he had just enough fluff to make earmuffs. But what kind of life is that for them? I mean, he did have free run of the room, when she was home, but the rest of the time he's in a cage. Would you want to live in a cage? Just like anything, their environment exposures can all reflect on their behaviors. Yep, you're right, Sage. Of course, being in the realm we're in, we have to talk about Bigfoot. I'm not of a mind that species exists. There are vast tracts of wilderness that could easily support breeding population. You know, Roger, I'm telling you, I don't know, I didn't believe in, well, I was kind of on the fence thing about the Bigfoot thing because we really don't know what's in a lot of these wooded areas that we have. We just don't. Until a friend of mine was here visiting and he was up on the mountain on vacation time. And I told you guys a story where his daughter ran into something when they were out on a trail and it scared the hell out of her. And it wasn't a bear. And whatever it was moved quick and made a horrible noise because they heard it off in the distance. Once they were making their way back, if it's not a bear, then what the hell was it? I don't know. And who knew? Hey, good morning, James. Who the hell knew that there was a Bigfoot thing here in the Adirondacks? I had no clue until a few years ago. And then I had that gentleman on who does the Bigfoot hunting in this area. And he says, "Oh yeah," he goes, "there are tons of stories of people sighting a large creature, through the woods." Great. I've spent my whole life up and through in those woods, and I'm glad I didn't run into Bigfoot. Of course, it kind of would be exciting, but I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Probably shit my pants full. This big, huge, hairy thing. Honey badgers don't give a shit. Yeah. Mean. Some animals are just, and of course that's a defense mechanism too, to be mean, but badgers are, Wolverines, nasty creatures. Small but quick, mean. Let's see. Say says my mom's stepdad worked in a logging camp in North Carolina. Something came throwing things at their shack and threw a full 55-gallon drum of fuel off a bank at 47. He quit the next day. Oh, shit, really? Gordo. He says he loves honey badgers. Their philosophy is fuck around and find out, and you'll be sorry. Yeah, exactly. Just let him go on his way. Wow. Taking on multiple lions. Spage, good morning. Pretty much saying that just because I'm small don't mean I don't have any balls. Those are usually the worst. Same like in dogs, if it's a cute little dog. That cute little dog will tear you up. And saying, and over half of the loggers left the next day after that. Isn't that? Oh my God. And nobody tried to figure out what it was, Sage? Because I would be curious. Looked around, looked for tracks, any kind of signs of what or who could have done that. I mean, because a 55-gallon drum is, that's a lot of weight to be able to pick up and throw. Yes, I've seen that pomp. Well, yeah, where they went after elephants and an elephant kicked it. Yep. And it would go right back. So he's got big balls for a little creature. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Oh, poor Mark has lost track of days. No, get outside, get some fresh air. When's Mark going out again? I like it when Mark goes out on adventures. About 450 pounds plus pounds. Wow. I don't know. And they never said if anybody went and searched around to find out what that was, Sage. No, wow, that piques my interest. I find that freaking amazing. Was there any stories or anything documented, Sage about that? Something like we could look up to see if anything was looked into? Because that's really an amazing story. Wednesday next week, if it's not raining. Oh, we got to wait till next week, Mark? How could you do that to us? No, he left, got a different job after that. Oh, man. I mean, I could understand. I would have left too, but I still would have nosed around just to see if, because you hear something like that, you're going to think, okay, what the heck was that? And go look around and. The curiosity of that would just drive me nuts. No, not that I know of. I know my mom was about 5.5 at the time, and they were in Northern California. Interesting. I don't know. That's wow. And who would have thought? A lot of places where they say, "Oh, Bigfoot sightings," and you'll say, like, "What?" And it's in an area that you wouldn't even think that they would have something like that. But apparently, I don't know. Oh, my live day is Wednesday, 8 or 9, but when Sandra set her live the same day and Eve, so I guess it's a case of watch me crap myself outside or watch Sandra chill in the warm. Oh, well, I put on split screen so we could watch it both. Ugh, excuse me, my goodness. Near Eureka, I think. Yeah, that's wow. There's got to be some kind of documentation. Because if they experienced it, how many other people in that area would have experienced something similar? So, yeah, that's interesting. They have recently captured orcas strategically attacking large boats. Yeah, orcas can be nasty. And they're such beautiful creatures. Orchestrated attack on a Huddersfield to disable the craft. Isn't that something? And then you wonder what they're thinking, though, right? Maybe they're just sick and tired of the boats crapping up their waterways. I don't know. I never looked it up, but he was not giving to tell tales, but told me this back in the 80s when he had cancer and mom confirmed it. Wow. Oh, wow. I will have to look it up, see if there's anything else that we can find. Good morning, Miss Betty. How are you? And Happy New Year to you. I hope you're having a wonderful beginning to your new year. Roger, I've done many things, probably why my body is effed up now. Yeah, Paige. We're all on that boat. Who, you don't think about that when you're younger. Oh, I could do all this. And then, yeah, when you're old, like, oh, man. I'm all messed up now. I need to get changed and do some unhealthy food. I need to get changed and do some unhealthy food. Well, what's on the menu for today, James? Now, Roger, you don't think of that when you're in your late teens and 20s? You just want to have a good time for a long time. Yeah, you are so right, Roger. Well, because you're invincible. That's what I'm saying. They've got this switched up. The golden years are when you're in your late teens, early 20s, 30s, because you still have the strength, the energy, you know, to do this stuff. And then when after 40 starts to go downhill. Coffee time crawl. I need special pizza clothes. I'm clumsy. Oh, okay. Orcas they're just beautiful animals. And like any other animal, yeah, you're right. They're going to be curious. But, they have their moments just like any they're I mean, we just don't understand why animals do what they do. Same with the humans, people do you're thinking, "Well, why the hell did that asshole do that?" Oh, because they've got their reasons. Roger, in the 30s and the 40s, I didn't stop until I had to. You know what? I keep going, Spange. Even though I'm messed up physically, I push, I push, and I push, and I push. My husband bitches at me all the time, but it's because my mind is not ready to give in, and the body ain't too happy about it, but I don't care. So I should probably in the long run, I'm hurting myself more than anything else. Me and aging don't get along. Mark, you're still a young guy. Come on. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna guess, Mark, because I think you said it before, but Mark, you got to be in your, and I'm gonna be pushing this. You're in your late 30s. Is that what you are? Just bought another new phone. This one's going nowhere near the bathtub. Oh, you know how many people I hear that from? Oh, I had to get a new phone. I dropped it in the tub, or I had it. I had a cousin, brand new phone, had it in his back pocket, goes to use the bathroom, boop, right in the toilet. Brand new. Spaces I'm on about partying, and I say, oh, well, we still should be able to go out and have a good time. But yeah, sometimes it's pretty hard on people. Just like I said, I felt so bad. And we had such fun at the New Year's Eve show, and then poor Carla was sick the next day. I'm like, oh, good morning. And I'm all, feeling great. And she's like, oh, I think, oh boy, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to go. I have suddenly started falling to sleep. Good night, everyone. Oh, good night, Miss Pinky. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you so much that she stays up to hang out with us. I don't like to think I don't age, but my body tells me otherwise. I was asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I said a new lower back so I don't get sciatica. Oh, I know sciatica sucks. My husband had a bad bout with that this last year, and it ended up he had to go in for injections because he just couldn't even walk. So yes, I had it once, and it put me down for about a week. Don't want to go through that again. But unfortunately, I got all the other problems. So pick one. Let's pick one and roll with it for the day. I've gone back to the pubs. That wouldn't have been long before I fell off the wagon. I would have been pressured into drinking again because drunk me was all they knew. So well, no, you stick to your guns. If you know the drink is not good for you and you have the sense to stay away from it, keep it up. My sciatic joints are screwed, so that's nice. Wayne wants to rock. I want to rock. Yes. Oh, no friggin' way. Liquid morphine for her sciatica. Yikes. Yeah, I felt so bad for my husband. It was this last fall. I mean, it was building up slowly and slowly. And then just one day he just got up and that was it. He couldn't even put any pressure on that one leg. And it didn't let up. Even if he just sat still, laid down, he was in agony. And they tried a few things and it didn't work. And then finally, after having several injections put in his back, it was like a miracle. And knock on wood, it's kept up. It's been good. So, oh, poor Wayne. Yeah, sciatica is a nightmare. Sage says, I can't have anything with morphine or codeine. I'm allergic to them. Oh, my goodness. I've never had morphine. And codeine really didn't do shit for anything that I had a problem with. So, and that's because of the fibro. I go swimming and I do stretches, which helps. But if I'm on my feet for more than an hour, my left side hurts constantly. Oh, well, see, you're just going to have to pay attention to that. You trailed off when you read. Laura is live. The way you trailed off when you read Sacrilege. They have me on Percocet once, and I was shaking all over and throwing up. Oh, man, that's not pleasant. Shit. Only now. I lived, it's only now where I feel like I'm with people that get me. None of you knew me then. Well, we all have our past, Roger, And see, that's the point. It's past. Today's a different day. And we like our Roger. Sage, what pain medication can you take? Laura, I mean, I like how you trailed off. Oh, just, it is because I'm reading it. I'm looking at it, and I'm reading it, and then just say it to myself. So it's, I don't know if anybody else has, I do this all the time. If I am writing down something, and as I'm writing it, I think the word, and then I skip and I go to the next word, writing it down. So that's why I always have to check when I'm texting somebody, because I say it in my head, and I think I'm writing it down on the paper, and I'm not. Maybe I'm the only weirdo that does that. I don't know. Sorry, I was fixing me some toast. So if anybody said hi, I wasn't ignoring you. Oh, that's fine. Get yourself some toast. Yeah, all I have had is a few sips of coffee this morning. Yes, Roger. That is just a beautiful accomplishment when you can kick the evils of the drink. I've got a few friends that have battled it. One lost, unfortunately. She's been passed a couple of years now. And then actually it's all one family. And the two other sisters have been clean for 7 years. All right, go see that sunrise. Let us know if it's a good one. Can one of you guys start a timer for my pizza? It's another 5 minutes. I'm lazy. Okay, you guys keep a track of Roger's or James's pizza. I suffer with arthritis caused through sports injuries. Some days I can't move. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Gordo. Yeah, same here, arthritis. Of all the physical stuff that I did, because I played sports, but I do a lot of construction work. A lot of, I don't know. I did stuff that usually men just do. Because my father didn't have a son, he had girls. So guess who got stuck doing it? Me and my sister. So yeah, we have arthritis everywhere, especially my hands. My hands hurt terribly all the time, but I keep going because I'm just stubborn that way. So doing the miniatures, you see where it takes a lot for me to do those, but I'm not giving that up. It just takes me longer. Welcome back, Mr. Prism. What were you doing? Getting yourself some breakfast? Actually, I could go for a nice breakfast. Of course, by the time we get done with chatting, it's lunchtime for me. So I don't know, but I might make breakfast for lunch. Who knows? I'm thinking omelet. That would be a nice start to the day, but I probably won't do that. I'll probably grab some soup or something. I have to be inspired. otherwise, just whatever is more convenient to make. Gerda says, I've had it really bad in my knees, hips, and ankles. Yeah, I've got one knee that I can't kneel down on because of the arthritis. If I do, then I've got to have something to help pull me back up because it's just like, no, I'm not going to work. Spain had a Portuguese custard tart for breakfast. Okay. A custard tart. That sounds interesting. I also have it in my fingers. Yeah, it really sucks having it in your fingers. Mr. President, I went out for some groceries. It's 4 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything yet. Oh. Shouldn't wait so long to get yourself something to eat. And look who's talking. I do it all the time. But yeah, oh goodness, Spain just got a list. Gordo, neck, elbows, fingers, low back, and knees for me. Arthritis sucks. It does. It sucks big time. I have it in every finger joint, but I think I have two kinds of arthritis. Because I've got and this is both hands, my middle finger, the lower knuckle, right in the hand area itself. I can't even touch the skin over those knuckles because it hurts terribly. I don't know if that's common. I don't know, but it's terrible. And that's why I had to give up a lot of the crafting things that I did because the strength to manipulate, pliers and tools and stuff like that, very difficult. I used to love to crochet and knit and stuff like that. Forget it. My fingers are like, I don't think so. Feel like we're all singing head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah. Next, what's on next on the list? James says my fingers are bent from playing guitar. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Well, because I thought about taking up guitar again. Actually, Bill was gonna help me out with that, and I said, "No, I don't think I have the strength in my fingers anymore to manipulate the strings." You know what I mean? I'd love to, but I don't think I have it anymore. Haha, mom is asleep in her chair and just hit the controls while sleeping. Oh, jeez. I know. My father was just telling me early this morning. My mother, last night it's getting to be. It's one of those lift chairs. Oh, geez, they'll have her jettison herself across the room. Oh God. Oh, Spain said time's up, James. Go get that pizza. My mother's doing now where instead of when she eats something, instead of swallowing it, she's like storing it in her cheek like a chipmunk. So apparently she had to do going on last night. And he almost called me downstairs because usually when she does stuff like that, I got to get it out of there. But then she ended up swallowing it. So I'm thinking, oh, great, something else now. Dementia, you just don't know what you're going to wake up to. She's just, it's always something. I'm like the Tin Man or the Wizard of Oz. I just, it's just, I'm like, I know, Betty, I wish we could do that. I so wish we could do that. That's when they say when they have the CBD creams and stuff for pain. I said, well, I need like a 5-gallon pail because I gotta cover from the neck down. I love sea fishing, but don't get to go out much because if I do too much, I would suffer for a week afterwards. Oh yeah, because that's rough on the body. Mama's starting to choke while sleeping. It scares the daylights out of me. Yeah, Sage, it is scary. Last week when my dad went shopping and I was watching mom and she was napping and she was so quiet. I had to go in there and check to see if she was still alive. Because I kept looking, I'm looking, my God, she goes, she's not moving, she's not nothing. Yeah, scared the hell out of me thinking, oh great. And this I think, oh yeah, it was the day before Christmas is when it was. So that's scary when they do crap like that. Mr. Prism, I have hitchhiker's thumb, but that's about it. I take supplements to keep everything flexible. Oh, James, me too. I added an extra minute next time. Oh, because he likes the toasty. Okay, I got you. I missed that part. I'm going to start taking vegetable version of cod liver oil. Oh. Yeah, that just doesn't sound good, cod liver oil. Ugh. Sage said, Spange, if I ever wake up not hurting, I will be pretty suspicious that I died during the night. I know. This is just, we're just sad. Aren't we sad? Yeah, sea fishing is more demanding than course fishing due to the heavier weights you have to cast, plus you're casting at longer distances. Yeah. I've never done it, but I have seen it, and it's a very physical activity. Exciting, but yeah, if you're not in good shape, it's just gonna pull you right over pull you right overboard. Yeah, James, I'm not a big fish person either. I catch and release, or if I can't release it because it's injured, then I give it to people who do eat it. I just enjoy the relaxation, the quiet of fishing. Gotta crack on, get ready for later. I'm performing in a bar. Oh, that's fun, Mark. Well, have a good time. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sage says, I love fish. I haven't sea fished before. Not sure if I would get seasick or not. Probably would. See, that's a good question for me too, because I'm used to lakes and rivers. I've been on those, no problems. But, any ocean activity is totally different. So I don't know if I'd get seasick either. I can cast a 6 ounce lead with bait and over and under 150 yards. So it gives an idea what the body goes through when casting. Yeah, it's good for you. Jeez, yeah, that's because I've seen people do it. I'm thinking that's just amazing. It is. It's a very physical activity. Same like with, and it's an artwork, an art form, I should say, like fishing. I've watched people do that for years, and it's just amazing. It is an art form. Lots of practice. My husband tried it one time. He bought the rod and reel and all the flies, and he'd practice out in a field, and yeah, it wasn't his thing. Just couldn't get the rhythm. Oh, Gordy says, I do beach, piers, and rock ledges. Oh, okay. Oh, she's just 300 miles from the ocean now. Well, you could do that in a day. Come on. 300 miles. That's just a casual day trip for my husband and I. Used to be anyway. Not anymore. Again, long car rides and all that just kick my ass. My friend got food poisoning from fish. Oh, yes, she loved fish, but if she eats it now, her body instantly rejects it. Yeah, I've heard that happens. Yeah. Once you've had a bad episode with any seafood, don't touch it again. Rock fishing can be very productive, but also very dangerous. That's well, yeah, because you're like on a cliff, right? 600 miles round trip, uh, plus fish, no problem. Yeah, Sage, come on. My dad used to go out on a big boat. Yeah, mostly, yeah, I've seen people, yeah, do it on large boats. I think it depends on where you live. Pop Gordo, I had a seven. Geez, I was going to say it backwards. Ow, ow. Talking about cramps and stuff. I just got one on my back. I had a 47-pound conger from the ledge in Dorset. That 47 pounds. That's good. Yeah, that's a good size. Holy crap. That's what I'm saying. It's such a physical thing. You see people land or hook into something. Holy mackerel. And it's not like it takes 5 minutes to pull that thing in. It takes a long time. So after a while, you're like, "It took 10 minutes?" Yeah. Probably one of the hardest 10-minute spans that you endured. Wow, can you imagine 10 minutes to bring in a fish? And I'm sure there's, like, a ton of different rules with that type of fishing. See, I've never done it, so I don't know. Cause here we like I said, depends on what you're fishing for. We have so many rules. It's ridiculous. In England, yes, with rod license and permit for venue. I remember one year they had jacked up our fishing licenses to like $30. And boy, did everybody have a fit. Because not for nothing, this our area is really it's just overfished. You can go, God knows where you go. It's just you're not getting anything because of the rules that they have set up. What you're allowed to catch, when you can catch it. Um, you know, if it was caught on this side of the stream or that side of the stream, it's just ridiculous. So there was a while that people weren't buying it, and then they lowered the price back down. Good morning, Alessio. How are you? Are you kidding me, Sage? Now, is this just for a fishing license or is it a sportsman's license where it's fishing and hunting included? $90? There is no way I would pay that. Alessio, I'm pretty good. I cannot complain. Good. So he's starting the new year off. Well, did you have a good New Year's, Alessio? I hope so. I had a 19 pound from I'm not even going to see if I say that right. Celsius Beach on a carp rod and 12-pound braid. That's still blowing my mind, but the $90. Oh my God. Just to catch a fish. Oh my God. Creepy pasta. We've got some wrestling coming up pretty soon. Correct, Alessio? Hope so. I was going to get one last year and decided for a few days I would use it. Screw it. I didn't get one. It won't pay for itself. Yeah. $90. I could just imagine because my husband would rant about that right there in the store or the office where you go buy it. He'd tell him and he'd come out and say, "What are you fucking crazy?" That's exactly what he would say. $90 for a fishing license. Of course I did. I stayed with friends, and at 23:30 we wanted to go to sleep already. Oh, so that's where you were. We're wondering why you weren't in the live show that we did on New Year's. We had fun, Alessio. It was a cheeky show. Oh, all the girls would have been going after you as well. We went after Joe. On the 12th. Okay, cool, cool. I should have time to create the beast from Scotland, aka jumped on me. Gaslow Ghost Hunter. Sage said, I've been in Oregon my whole life. They have something called a pioneer's license that I can apply for that has greatly reduced the money. Yeah, see, like, well, most places when you go somewhere, if you're not a resident, you pay through the ass for it. But here we have the option. You can get just the fishing license or the hunting license, or you get the sportsman license, which is a larger amount, but it includes everything. And a lot of people, that's what they go with. Oh, yeah. Well, see, Joe was alone in a hotel room. That's all we needed. Excuse me. And we were drinking Alessio. We were bad girls. I feel tired and grumpy after the pizza. What did it bite you back? You have to be a resident for 50 years. Good. Oh my God. See, I'm saying each state has some really effed up rules when it comes to outdoor sporting license. I mean, come on. So the panel rig for taupe was 150-pound mono with 150-pound white. Wow, white trace. Holy crap! That's some gear. Why is every single toaster you can buy a pop-up one? I've never got on with them. The toast curls get stuck in the slot, so it won't pop up and it burns. Oh, are you getting a wide slotted toaster? Because they have them where they're wider, or the handles where you push it up and it helps pop it up. Yes, Alessia, we were bad girls. Uh, well, you were drinking. That's why you went after Joe. He was a good sport. He played along. I'm glad I missed the drinking with you guys. I would have been worried. Yeah, oh, jeez. Yeah, I had a few, which made it more fun. There was no filter. See, you missed out, Alessio. Of course, you can always go back and watch. It just get as it got on and the night got on, it just oh my God, we got worse. Please, man, mate, I could talk fishing 24/7. Pomp loves to go fishing. Yeah, fishing's a good time. There's a lot of people. Oh, it's so boring. No, it's not. Spaces I have a wide slot. I recommend it. Yeah, we do too. But they do sometimes. It still gets stuck in there. So they always tell you don't poke it with metal object, get electrocuted. My husband and I were just having this conversation. Funny enough, and I said, why don't they come up with toaster tongs? Wooden toaster tongs, so you can go in there and grab it. Let's see. Well, I hope you had fun and talked mad trash about me. Oh, we kept saying, where is he? Laura, did you know we have a shop company called Poundland. Don't tell Spain. Oh my God. Do I ask what what does the company make? I make my own sea fly lures, pump for mackerel, etc. Oh, well, that's an art in itself. That's cool. Don't poke the slot. Yeah. Exactly, James. The best toaster I ever used had doors on either side that dropped down, and when you drop the doors, the bread would turn over, ready to toast the other side when shut. Oh, cool. Oh, they do sell them. Well, there you go. Wooden toaster tongs. Yeah, because sometimes you gotta have them. My husband don't care. He sticks a knife in there. He don't care. These guys are talking some serious fish. Wow. A pop was a supervisor for Poundland. Oh, Poundland is a cheapo shop where things used to be only a pound. Ah, God. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it now. Okay. Lakeland sells toaster tongs. I nearly bought some. Say, well, that makes sense. Yeah, because don't stick metal in there. My husband doesn't. He goes, oh, I never got electrocuted. Julie greeting the Italian stallion. Buongiorno. Laura, you have a dream. No, that's not where I went. James, that's not where I went. Honestly, that's not where I went with that one. Of course, now that you said it. I wasn't I wasn't relating pound to money. So it's Poundland, not Pound Town. Good morning, Liz. Okay. All right, the English dollar store. I got it. Yeah. After I thought about it for a second, and when he said that, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it is. It's your dollar store. The toaster was made in the late 60s, worked well into the late 90s. I've never seen one like it since. Ah, you have to do a little research, see if you could find one. I want actually the one of the best toasters I have is a camp toaster. It's a little metal gadget with braces on it. You put it over the campfire, and all you do is flip the toast over. When we first got it, my husband goes, "Ah, shit, that ain't gonna work. It works great." That's why we were laughing earlier, Laura. Okay, because I'm thinking, okay, Poundland, what the hell is that? Now I know. British made. They made stuff that lasted then. It's back thing. They made everything that lasted back then. It's ridiculous. I paid £60 for my toaster, and it's great. It's hard to find good one. Actually, well, the one we've had for a long time now. It's a 4 slotter, wide slots. Has all these buttons on it for frozen stuff, everything. It's really an amazing toaster. But my husband still bitches. Best toaster is a frying pan if you got butter. There you go. Doing it old school. There's some people that just put it in the oven. But I don't want to wait that long. Does it butter it for you? Oh God, I'm trying to think of what we paid for ours. Ours wasn't that expensive, not 60, probably 45. I'm guess because it was we've had it for a while. Oh, you can't even fix them anymore, James. Yeah, so it is cheaper to buy a new one. Same thing with tea kettles. I mean, what the hell, man? Why is a tea kettle so damn expensive? The one that I really want is like $150. I'm not spending $150 to boil water. Say says the best toaster is a piece of foil on a hot wood stove. There you go. I bought ABS. Returned 3 before this one. They still make toasters for sliced bread sizes years ago. How was the sunrise, Sage? I love the smell of sage out here after a rain. It's so fresh and nice. Oh, I'm sure. I like the old Revere ware tea kettles. I like the English style that they have the high handles but the one I want is $150. I'm not buying. I'm not paying that. I used to have a beautiful copper one, and my husband burned it up. I was so mad. I paid a lot of money for that one. One time my nan was ill, so we covered her and margarine. She went downhill very fast after. Oh, jeez, James. Beautiful. I get another day. There you go. That's what it is. You got to watch the reviews on anything that you buy. And I'm really well. I'm really picky on a lot of stuff that you purchase. I mean, you're spending a lot of money. You want it to be good and function well. And so yeah, when I shopped around for tea kettles, my husband was, "Oh, just get anything." I'm like, no, I want. I'm looking for a specific style, and it's got to be made out of a specific material, and because if you get a cheap one and they end up with a rusty water, oh god. Lube up mom and let her rip down the hill. Save up and get the best quality you can afford. Yeah. Spain says, yeah, I'm picky too, Lord. Yeah, I don't know. My husband just looks at me like I'm nuts. I says, I know it's just a tea kettle, or if it's, pots and pans. I have specific things that I like about, pots and pans as well. A frying pan has to be able to function on top of the stove and then also go into the oven up to 500 degrees for me. Because there's a lot of dishes that I make that you start on top of the stove and then you put it in the oven to finish it off. And most of these pans you can't do that with nowadays. So you gotta spend a little bit more money to get the good ones. For tea, we have to be serious though. Yeah, I know. I know. Sage says, "What interviews do you have coming up, Laura?" Actually, this coming Wednesday, I have Ladies Fright on. She's going to be the first interview of the year for me, and that's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I've got D&M Paranormal coming up on the 14th. And then I also want to schedule Enzo, the science guy that we had on the other night. He joined us for the New Year's Live, if you guys remember. Enzo's a great guy, very smart. I want to talk comet talk with him because the comet is really strange. And it's doing strange things. So I'd like to discuss that with Enzo. And there's a few other people I want to. I also want to have Joe Vitale on again. Um, Ladies Fright is hilarious. She is. She's good. I love what she's putting out there. So I'd like to promote her channel and let's pick her brain, guys. You got to help me. They're in an interview. Make sure you got lots of good questions. She comes up with some good information. And she's doing some great videos. Ladies Friday is cool. I think she would be a fun guest. Enzo is a good one too. He's great. Oh, I love Enzo. Oh, he's so fun. And then, yep, Lane, we're going to have Joe Vitale on because I want to discuss AI and the paranormal. It's interesting how Joe and them and guys are starting to test the stuff out during investigations. And actually, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch that video he put out the other day, go watch it. It's very interesting. And I think it's going to cause a lot of problems as far as investigators who do it for entertainment. They're going to turn that into their advantage. And the ones who do it for serious information, it's going to cause a problem. Is that the guy Florio was talking about, Sage? I was checking out The Paranormal Engineer last night. Smart kid. Oh. I'll have to look into him too. Let's see who that is. Yeah, I got to send out a bunch of emails and stuff this weekend to set up people for shows coming up. You mean the Atlas comet? Yes. It's just a comet. Nothing strange about it. Everything you hear from AV Labs should be taken with a grain of salt. Yeah, well, I had there was a news thing about it it was a couple weeks ago, I think, about a week or so ago. Just the movement itself, like it's self-propelled. I think, I don't know. I would like to have, and Enzo knows all of this stuff. So I just like to have some of the questions answered and have us get filled in about it. Cause it's weird. It's not like the normal comet. You know what I mean, Mr. Prism? It's got some strange behaviors to it that we're not used to. Very interesting. I mean, I'm not saying, aliens or anything like that, but it's strange how it behaves compared to the other comets that have been through. I would like to question him about the EVP that the AI said it caught, and if it was possible that AI can detect sounds like that. Yeah, that's what I want to talk to Joe about too. Yeah, that's why I'm going to bring him on. Seeing that they have already tested it out in the field, is it a good idea to use AI during investigations? But seeing that the video that he put out when they were doing the test, it showed if it can't come up with something, it makes something up. So how reliable is that? How do you know what is? I mean, of course, it's going to tell you whether or not if it's real or not. I don't know. I think it's a problem. And why not talk to the guy who knows about it? Who's already out there testing it. And he's on an investigation now. I do believe that's why he was in the hotel room alone, about testing that out. So we want to talk to him and see what's going on there. Give me just a second. I'm writing something down, guys. I got to write it down because if I don't, I'm going to forget. Okay. Let me get caught up. Let's see. They could likely be made of a material most comments are not made of, maybe even the material we haven't discovered yet. Well, because yeah, because it's got strange behavior. It doesn't follow the norm. You know what I mean? Uh, Um, like everything else. So yeah, Julie, it's not reliable. That's what I'm saying. That's why I would like to discuss it with him, and then we can get our questions out there. APRF would be great guests. There are lots. Yes, I'm going to have them on again. I did have them on a while ago. I've been waiting for them to get their new investigations and new tests out in the field, so they can document their data. And I'll have Lisa and Wes on again. I need to watch the rest of Joe's video. So it was interesting. So yeah, I got to contact him. He already knows I'm heads up to have him on. I would also like to know how I can get an AI like that on my tablet. Oh. Sun's up officially today. There you go. Wondering what Enzo will say about it, but from what I've seen, the comment is nothing special other than the fact that it's interstellar. Not to show off, but I got a degree in physics and chemistry. Then you know what you're talking about. But no, that's not showing off. Yeah, that's why I want to have Enzo on. He follows this stuff, and he comes back and he tells us, well, don't believe this because it's crap. This is what really is going on, or this is what we know so far, or what is being said. So I look forward to you guys being in the chat when he's on, so that you can ask these questions and see what he comes up with. I mean, he's only going to come up with information that he has access to, and then of course he'll give his own personal opinion on what's going on. But it's been a while since I've had Enzo on, so I think it's time to bring him back on and get caught up to date on what's going out there in space. I mean, we also have to remember that even though that we're schooled in sciences, there's stuff out there we don't know yet. We don't understand how it works. We're just, assuming that, this is what it is. Like anything else that we do, like the paranormal, we're just assuming. Yeah, you cannot define the laws of physics. Yeah. So they say. So they say. It's the only law you can't break. Ah. Well, it's nice to see him last time because I don't get a chance to catch Karen live a lot lately. Yeah, because her schedule's erratic. I don't know if she's settled on a specific day and time anymore. I always have to keep a lookout for the notifications because I enjoy Karen's show. But Enzo, yeah, love Enzo. I had him on a long time ago. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I told him, I said, I want to have him on again. And he's been, going out on a lot of adventures and stuff. And so we can get caught up on what he's been up to or getting into. And dilithium crystals. Yeah. Sorry, nerd moment. That's all right. I gotcha. They cannot take it. The dilithium crystals. We all know about them pesky crystals there. I can be a Trekkie when I want to be. Oh, there you go, Roger. Nothing wrong with a good Trekkie. Oh, that's why I always tell my husband like that because he's not really into that either. But I grew up on Star Trek and all of that stuff. Listening to Carl Sagan, all these things. And so I was joking with my husband. I said, "You see what's going on here?" I says, everything that was going on, if you look at the Star Trek series itself, everything that they had in that program is coming to fruition. If you really think about it. Now we just have to achieve the warp drive, and there we go, man. Wouldn't that be something? We can leave Star Wars behind. Oh. Damn it, Sage, make it work. There are Klingons on the starboard bow. Yeah. You gotta hurry up. You gotta recrystallize them. Get them going. Scientists just recently proved that warp drives should be possible. I know, isn't it cool? That is just cool. Laura, but it's not as we know. It's a stream, but not as we know it. Yeah. Well, just like they said a while back that they have been playing around with transporters, trying to develop a usable transporter, which would be, I'm sorry, that would just be amazing. I would actually love to be able to see that. I wouldn't use one for fear that we've been transported and reassemble inside out or whatever. They got to perfect that one before I get in it. I may have Klingons after this pizza. Oh, nice. My favorite Klingon, Worf. Love that character. Sounds messy. They need to develop a replicator first. That's the key. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? So you wouldn't have to worry about, I don't know how to make it. Just tell, this is what I want. You can have anything you want to eat, anything you want to make. It could be cool or dangerous if you think of it either way, Wiz. Because if you could replicate anything, yikes. Wouldn't that be amazing? Your own replicator. Yeah, that would be freaking cool. Absolutely. They're almost there with the 3D printers. Exactly. Exactly. And unfortunately, they're using those 3D printers for bad stuff. Cool. Didn't catch up with that. Going to read some more about it. Seems like they found a way that doesn't require negative energy or mass. Oh. Interesting. And transporting. Yeah, well, I know it was years ago I heard them. They're playing around with that. But I don't know. Gotta make sure that that you don't get transported somewhere you don't want to be. Or all your parts are there when you when you end up on the other side. The problem is you need printing material, and that's where it gets tricky. Yeah, well, that's what that kid that lived next door to us, he got in trouble for it. He was 3D printer and he was printing out stuff to make firearms and he was selling it on the streets. And yeah, that's a federal offense. He found out the hard way when the SWAT team showed up at the damn house. I thought it was in a movie. I shit myself. It's amazing that we turn science fiction into science fact. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because I told him, sometimes if you really look at it, look at Star Trek, communicators, that's cell phones, computers. We had now, well, you guys all remember that we never had computers in our homes. I remember the very first computer for home use when it came out. My father got it. It was amazing. But you had to sit there for hours to program what you wanted it to do. And one wrong thing, and it didn't work, and you had to start all over again. He actually still has that put away somewhere. It would hook up to the TV. It was just a keyboard. It was pretty interesting. Everything real starts with a dream. You're right, Wiz. Prism goes, oh, wasn't that a quote? The only difference between science fiction and science fact is time. Something like that. Yeah, seeing it's really cool. Now, if we could just get to the degree where, we could all get along and don't need money, you work to improve yourself and humanity. I got to have the insight and the imagination. Yep. If somebody can think it up, it can be made. So yeah, that'd be cool because some of the 3D printers, it's just amazing. My son has one, and I just get the biggest kick out of watching this thing work. Unfortunately, a lot of things take hours to be manufactured, but when it's done, I was like, oh my God, it is so cool. Actually, I wanted him to make me, I got to remind him, the 3D, the 3-tier, their chess set from Star Trek there. I told my son, I want one of those. Make it for me. And he still hasn't done it yet. Mom's awake, need to step away for a few minutes. Oh, that's okay, sweetie. Because it is at the 2-hour mark and I'm going to be letting everybody go. They have 3D printing houses now. Yeah, it's just amazing. It really is. But we are, and the money. You're right, Julie. Yep. That's the thing. We need to get rid of money. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening in my lifetime. All bundled for work. Wish me luck, guys. It's literally, oh, yes. Wrap up good, keep warm. But I want to thank everybody for hanging with me this morning. As always, you guys are the best. Thanks for your support. It's, can't do what I do if you guys don't show up. So everybody enjoy their Friday. Hopefully, James, you can get out of work early. It's Friday. Tell him it's Friday. I can't work all day. It's Friday. But yes, you'll be seeing the thumbnails pop up on who's going to be on and when. And hopefully you guys will all join in and ask your great questions as you always do. And have a great day. A great weekend. Oh, you're going to see me over the weekend anyway. I'm going to be doing a miniature live at some point. So if you're into the tiny miniature stuff, come hang out and watch me put some stuff together. But thanks everybody for joining. Please remember to like, hit subscribe, become a member if you can. Everything goes back into the channel to keep us going. Let's see, your snowman is stinking, Laura. He was, sinking. He got buried. That's the kind of snow we got. Okay, my friends, you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you over the weekend at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do the miniatures on Saturday or Sunday. I haven't decided when I'm going to throw it out there. What was said, I got a rude awakening today, a kitten who wanted treats and decided to give me kisses till she bit my lip in the house when she went, oh my God. It was a love nibble, Wiz. Nibble, nibble. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will see all of you later.